Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to 5 While You Drive, an American Daily Press podcast where we bring you 5 trending topics to listen to on your daily commute. Today is October 4th, 2024. Elon Musk has announced that he will attend former President Donald Trump's campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania tomorrow. If that location sounds familiar, that's because it is. Butler, Pennsylvania is where President Trump survived an assassination attempt a mere 3 months ago in July. During that incident, Trump was shot in the ear and was quickly swarmed by Secret Service. The gunman, identified as Redacted Thing, also killed rally-goer Corey Compertore and injured others before he himself was shot and killed by a Secret Service sniper. Campaign spokesperson Caroline Leavitt said the former president, quote, looks forward to returning to Butler, Pennsylvania to honor the victims from that tragic day, end quote. Musk, who has increasingly shown support for Trump, confirmed his attendance in an X post stating, quote, I will be there to support, end quote. The rally will also feature several other prominent figures, including Trump's vice presidential pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, and members of Trump's family. Speaking of Trump's family, Melania Trump, former First Lady and still current wife of former President Donald Trump, recently revealed her support for abortion rights, a stance that contrasts sharply with the Republican Party's platform and her husband. In her forthcoming memoir, she argues that the decision to end a pregnancy should be left to a woman and her doctor, free from government intervention. In a video posted on her social media, Melania reiterated her belief in a woman's, quote, individual freedoms, end quote, and the right to make decisions about their own bodies. She questioned why anyone other than the woman herself should have the power to determine what she does with her body. This position puts her at odds with many in the GOP, including her husband, who's taken credit for appointing Supreme Court justices that helped overturn Roe v. Wade. It also puts her at odds with church teaching. And I bring that up only because she made a big deal about revealing her Catholicism back in 2017 when she visited the Pope. As for Donald Trump himself, he responded by saying he encouraged his wife to write what she believes, highlighting the diversity of views within their household. The timing of Melania's announcement, just a month before the election, is a little suspect, and may be meant as a way to influence voters who are undecided or conflicted about the issue. But if you're not conflicted about that issue and you value very much the right to life, and you're looking for a delicious cup of coffee, then look no further than North Arrow Coffee Company. Their specialty-grade coffee beans are ethically sourced and roasted to perfection, providing a rich and satisfying taste in every cup. But that's not all. Every purchase of North Arrow helps support life-affirming organizations that provide resources and support to families in need. Plus, you can get a 10% discount on your first purchase with the promo code ADP10 and support us. Don't wait. Visit northarrowcoffee.co/ADP today and start your day with a cup of coffee that truly makes a difference. Now back to the news. The latest jobs report has been released and it's relatively good. The September numbers show the addition of 254,000 jobs, which beat the average monthly gain of 203,000, as well as August's low tally of 159,000. That puts unemployment at about 4.1%, which is 0.1% lower than what was measured last month. But it's still lower. We'll take all the wins we can. The job market was expected to show continued cooling in September, but these new numbers are a positive indicator for the economy, which may affect the Fed's upcoming decisions on interest rates. Markets have so far shown mixed reactions. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose by 307 points, or 0.8%. The S&P 500 gained 1.1%, and the Nasdaq Composite added 1.2%. Treasury bonds also reacted to the jobs report, with yields initially spiking before later stabilizing. Despite all of this, the markets ended the week lower, most likely reflecting uncertainty, or perhaps just cautious optimism on the part of investors. In other financial news, President Biden's student loan forgiveness program has been halted again. Again, you ask? Well, on Wednesday, U.S. District Judge Randall Hall of Georgia issued a ruling that the Biden administration could proceed with the loan forgiveness program, essentially lifting the existing temporary restraining order. But the very next day, U.S. District Judge Matthew Shelp of Missouri issued an injunction that once again temporarily halts the loan forgiveness program. Shelp said that the Missouri Higher Education Loan Authority could suffer, quote, irreparable harm if the program goes through. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey praised the ruling as, quote, a win for the American people, saying that it prevents the Biden administration from unfairly placing the burden of student debt on working Americans. Student loan and policy expert Elaine Rubin said after the decision, quote, borrowers should not make decisions based on the expectation of forgiveness. Even if forgiveness is approved, not all borrowers will qualify for forgiveness, end quote. Finally today, a follow-up on the International Longshoremen's Association, or ILA, dock strike. Couple of things here. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, in response both to the strike and the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, deployed the Florida National Guard and the Florida State Guard to the state's affected ports. DeSantis announced that the guardsmen would help maintain order and, where possible, resume port operations to ensure the steady flow of essential goods and supplies. He also took a moment to criticize the federal government's handling of the situation. But wait, there's more. It would seem that a tentative agreement was reached between the ILA and the U.S. Maritime Alliance. Now, remember earlier in the week how we reported that the union had asked for a 77% wage increase and then balked at the offer of 50%. Well, now the offer on the table is 62% over 6 years. Now, not all of the other issues have been resolved, especially those related to job security and automation, but as things stand right now, the strike has now been postponed to January. In the meantime, workers will return to the docks and resume normal operations under the terms of the expired contract while negotiations continue. So there's no more need to go panic buy all of the toilet paper from your local Costco. Thanks for tuning in to 5 While You Drive. We hope you enjoyed your stay. If you like what you heard, give us a follow on X or visit AmericanDailyPress.com. If you'd like to give us some feedback, you can send us an email at 5drive, that's the number 5 and the word drive, at AmericanDailyPress.com.